Tonight on News 5 Live, a change of heart in Benque. High school students show up for an annual parade despite a previous position taken by the BNTU's local branch. Belizean activist Audrey Matura hawks a loogie at the Guatemalan flag. We'll tell you what a fellow attorney and cabinet minister says about the outrageous act. And the annual children's rally. Thousands of primary school students descend at the Belize City Center. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
Prepárate para el verano más caluroso de la historia con Digi's Sizzling Summer Raffle. Este verano, Digi está regalando $35,000 en premios. Obtenga la oportunidad de ganar DigiCash y premios increíbles todos los días. Y eso no es todo. No hay uno, sino dos grandes premios. Clientes prepagos por cada $5 en uso principal obtiene una entrada en nuestra rifa diaria. Además, obtenga entradas para sorteos semanales y grandes premios comprando dispositivos promocionales, registrándose en DigiOne Bundle, DigiTV y más. Entonces, no pierdas la oportunidad de ganar a lo grande. Únase a DJ Season Summer Raffle. Visite www.livedigi.com /Sizzling Summer para obtener más información sobre cómo participar. Digi, nuestra telecomunicación nacional.
Watch The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings of the First Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. exclusively on Channel 5 Belize. The Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings every Sunday at 8 a.m. on Channel 5 Belize.
Nestled away in the quaint Belize River Valley, Black Orchid's Panda River Restaurant offers a variety of great dining areas and experiences with an excellent variety of local and international cuisine, with healthy meal options for vegans and those with health concerns. Your delectable dining can be topped off with our excellent desserts, natural fruit juices, and exquisite wine and drink options. All prepared by our certified chef and award-winning mixologist. Come to Panda River Restaurant and River Rum Bar to relax in the pool or use our excellent conference facilities combined with great dining.
A diamond in the jungle.
Good evening. Welcome to News 5 Live for Friday, September 15th. I am Annalyn Polonio. We begin tonight's newscast with the controversy in Benque that wasn't. On Thursday, we had reported that the Belize National Teachers Union Benque Viejo branch had informed the government that its members had agreed to postpone their school parade today, as initially planned by the Ministry of Education. But it seems that there was a change of position on that decision, and that preparations were still being made behind the scenes for the parade to take place. Tonight, we can report that all but one school, Mopan Technical High, did not participate in the parade. The reason for the resistance was that the event coincided with Guatemala's Independence Day today, and that according to the BNTU Benque branch president, Andrew Arnold, in a letter to the town's principals and local managers, it would have been better to hold a parade on the traditional September 20th, given the sensitivity of this matter. But the national BNTU executive did not support that position, and eventually, so too did the rest of the schools, which turned out in numbers to march. The school's officials, who decided against taking part in the event, won't escape consequences, however. While he did not want to elaborate on those consequences today, when he attended the Belize City Children's Rally, Minister of Education did say that not taking part in civic public school events is a violation of the Education Act, and that the ministry will take action against that official.
I am told that there was a march in Benque. Yeah.
Okay, so then they didn't abide by what the BNTU...
Well, that was one school. Yeah, really, it had come down to one school, Mopan Tech, kind of taking a stand. But my understanding is, as I said, I haven't seen any official pictures yet from Benque. But my understanding is that other schools carried out the official ceremonies.
And you've spoken about repercussions. What repercussions would schools face in such an instance?
Man, we're celebrating today. We're having a great day today. We don't want to, no negative vibes today. Next week, this Chief Education Officer will deal with that.
Do you know, though, that there was significant pushback from the public against that decision from the BNTU?
Yes, significant pushback. You know, and it's a violation of the education rules. I want to make that clear. The education rules state very specifically, I think it's section 40, that teachers are to participate in civic ceremonies, in civic public ceremonies, honoring and celebrating our nation. That is a requirement under the Education Act. So, you know, as I said, today is a day of celebration and positive energy. But I think certainly, as I said yesterday, I'm very disappointed in the BNTU Benque branch. And I'm glad that the national branch of the BNTU, I spoke to the acting president, you know, really said that they didn't know anything about it and that they were distancing themselves from that decision.
The Minister of Education was also asked for his thoughts on the future of the Belize National Teachers Union. This is in light of the recent resignation of Ruth Showman as national president. Minister Fonseca was optimistic about the union's ability to bounce back from its setback and says he has already met with acting president Jorge Mejia.
I think the Belize National Teachers Union obviously has a long, proud history of service to our nation, and I have always had great respect for the union leaders. You know, Senator Elena had a good working relationship with our ministry and I. The same with President Ruth Schuman during her brief tenure. I have already had an opportunity to talk to the acting president, Mr. Jorge Mejia. And again, we have both agreed that we want to continue our collaboration in the interest of education, you know, in a positive, open, transparent way. So, yes, the union, you know, is going through some difficult times. There are divisions in the union, which are, I find, very disappointing. But I know that the union will rebound, as it has always done. And will once again be on the forefront of defending the rights of teachers, and we look forward to working with them.
We were told there was going to be a discussion in relation to the salary for Mr. Mejia, that he would be seconded, and the minister, of course, has to approve that.
Yeah, that's ongoing. That's all. You know, we have agreed in principle to do that. It's just a question of working it out. I think the actual paperwork has to be channeled through the Teaching Services Commission.
And as the BNTU Benque branch and MOE are at odds over their position on Guatemala's independence, activist Audrey Matura is receiving both praise and backlash for spitting on the Guatemalan national flag. Yes, you heard that right. On Thursday evening, while at the Biltmore Plaza, Matura came across a Guatemalan flag standing next to a Belizean flag in preparation of an event to celebrate Guatemala's Independence Day. Matura was triggered by the sight and took to Facebook to share her frustration in a live post and proceeded to spit on the Guatemalan flag. Earlier today, we sat down with Matura, who explained to us that the emotion she felt in the moment originated from encounters she has had with Guatemalan armed forces on Sarstoon River. She contended that during a trip in 2016, she felt aggrieved after she planted a Belize national flag and it was removed by the Guatemalan military. Matura says during her latest visit to Sarstoon last week, something similar occurred.
While we were there, the Guatemalans obviously didn't expect us because we were able to sing our national anthem, have a ceremony, and they did not show up until we finished the national anthem. And they kept a little distance. They kept telling us that that is Guatemalan territory and that we should remove ourselves, and we said we would not. So we then circled around the island. And when we came back from circling around the island, we saw the flag was missing. We did not see who took the flag. We suspected they took the flag. In the meantime, the BDF is at the forward operating base just observing. They did not come and intervene. So Mr. Mejia, who leads the expedition, I'm only his assistant, we said, plant another flag, and we planted a second flag. And when we planted the second flag, well, we started moving away, and the Guatemalans came and they just ripped the flag out, and they threw it in the bottom of their boat. They didn't fold it the way you should or anything, they just threw it. We couldn't believe it. The BDF then started coming. Then there was some kind of interaction while the BDF and the Guatemalans are interacting. We don't know what they say, but the videos that has been released from the Guatemalans, military, because there were no Guatemalan civilians recording. The video that has been released shows that they were disrespecting our BDF. While they are having that altercation, we went and we planted a third flag. When we planted the third flag, we again left, and we weren't even far when they came, and they, in front of our face, in front of the BDF, they took our flag and again threw it down in their boat. We couldn't believe it. Our BDF and them had some discussion. We don't know what happened, but our BDF left. I want you all to understand that me as a Belizean, I'm not speaking for the rest of people there, me, Audrey Bernadette Matura, as a Belizean born here, was very much insulted. Insulted by several things. One, that they would disrespect our flag and steal it. Two, that they had the audacity to tell us that that's their territory, but they could not touch us, and they did not touch us. Three, that our BDF abandoned us midway.
And so, according to Matura, what she experienced on her latest trip to Sarstone Island was the precursor to her actions on Thursday evening at the Biltmore. She further contended that despite the encounter over the weekend, the Guatemalan embassy in Belize was allowed to hold its event on Belizean territory as opposed to inside the embassy compound.
When I was there, that's when I found out that the Guatemalans were going to hold an Independence Day ceremony there, and that they have invited our politicians. I could not get more information than that. I saw the flag and I saw everything. Several things to that for me. One, under international law, if you have an embassy in any country have an embassy anywhere, the embassy itself is like your territory of your country. So in the US embassy, the reason they treat us the way they do there and can put their rules and we apply, because that's their land in our land. It's international law. These are accords and conventions that governments since the First and Second World War agreed to bring about peace. Guatemala, unlike Mexico and unlike the United States that I'm giving as an example, decided to hold their ceremony not in their embassy, which would be considered their territory. They came and held it on our land. At the Biltmore, fine. Biltmore getting paid, I don't mind. But at that moment, I said, the audacity of these people, having disrespected us, having the audacity to say that our territory belongs to them, taking us to the ICJ. So when I saw the flag, I went live. And unlike what people say, oh, I must have been drunk or whatever, no. Very much in my sense, knowing that what I saw there, for me, amounted to disrespect. My life was clear what I had to say. The only thing I have to apologize for is my obscene language, which gets the best of me when I'm pissed off. It's good for people to know the laws and know what is a crime and not a crime. In Belize, defilement of the Belizean flag is not a crime. And there is such a crime in other countries. I know the USA, I know Argentina, to name a few, but very few countries. But it has to be the defilement of your own flag. And the defilement is only when you damage it, destroy it, or whatever. It's not a crime. In Guatemala, the defilement of their flag is not a crime. So if I spat on the flag, or if I kick the flag, or if I burn the flag, it is not a crime.
Today, Minister of Education and Culture and fellow attorney Francis Fonseca was asked to comment on the incident involving Matura and the Guatemalan flag. And he was candid in saying that while Belize and Guatemala have an ongoing dispute before the International Court of Justice, we do have diplomatic relations, and the Belize Embassy in Guatemala also celebrates Belize's independence in Guatemala unrestricted.
We have diplomatic relations with Guatemala, obviously. So as an embassy, and they have every right to celebrate their Independence Day. No, I think these matters, obviously, we know our position, our legal position. There's a process that's underway through the International Court of Justice. We respect that process. So I don't think, we should get into the back and forth with the Guatemalan embassy here in Belize. Just as we have an embassy in Guatemala, the Belize embassy in Guatemala, they celebrate Belize's Independence Day there every year. So Guatemala has the right, the Guatemalan embassy has the right. They've been doing it for many, many years, celebrating and inviting other Belizeans to participate and help them celebrate independence. We're not against Guatemala and against Guatemala's independence. What we are for is Belize's independence and Belize's sovereignty and Belize's territorial integrity. And that cannot be questioned. So I don't think we should engage in seeing ghosts where there are none. We should be confident in who we are and confident in the future of Belize.
And then she spit, or says she did, on the Guatemalan flag.
Yeah, I don't think that is necessary or acceptable. We should respect all people. We want everyone to respect Belize and respect our flag. And you get respect by respecting others.
Coming up, thousands of school children sing happy birthday to Belize. We'll have more details when we come back.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says by faith Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. Moses, as all children, at the time of his birth was born under the sentence of death with little chance of survival. However, he had a godly mother who saw what only a mother could have seen. She saw in him a proper child and made a small waterproof basket and placed him in it and pushed it out into the Nile River, where he was soon discovered and rescued by Pharaoh's daughter. The world has been blessed by these kinds of mothers who refuse to give up when things look so bad. That was a story also of Willie the shoemaker. He was born prematurely on a cold morning to a farming family in a West Texas town. Shortly after his birth, the doctor announced to the family that he would not live through the night. Not to be undone, the grandmother placed the tiny baby in a shoebox and then into a warm oven. To the doctor's amazement, he lived, and he grew to become one of the world's most famous athletes and jockeys, Willie the shoemaker. Faith in God can make a difference in your life if you will but trust Him. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
Babe, when you want to repaint the guest room, remember to fix the faucet too.
Take a break from rising prices and come into Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet for our sizzling September sale. Shop and save with these great deals, like 15% off select brands of our signature paints, and 20% off all Piso Forte tiles and all cement outdoor tiles, plus big discounts on thin set. But it doesn't stop there. Get 15% off all Moen products and 30% off clearance models. Enjoy 15% off Sunlight aluminum and vinyl windows and doors. And get 20 to 60% off decorative light fixtures. Come on down and celebrate September with incredible deals at Brothers Habet and Habet and Habet. Call, WhatsApp, or email us for more info. Happy September, Belize.
Oh my lord, it's that time once again for Panyard, pulsating steel pan music for everyone. And it's all a part of the September celebration, showcasing all the prime time steel pan artists and bands. Pantempters, Pandemonium, Panerifics, Amolia Hossein, St. John's College, University of Belize, Panda C, Grace Primary, Alex Evans, and a host of guest artists. Panyard 23, sponsored by Mitch, Honorable Francis Fonseca, and National Celebrations Commission. Hosted by yours truly, Terry G, on the MIC. It's all happening on Saturday, September 16 at Belize City's House of Culture, beginning at 7 at night. Tickets available in advance at the Blitz Box office. Adults $15 and children pay only $5. Just call 227-2110. Whether you like steel pan music fast or whether you like it mellow, Panyard 23 is the place to go.
Get out and explore this weekend with Caribbean Sprinter. With our ferries, you'll get to San Pedro, Belize City, and Key Cocker faster and smarter. Visit Caribbean Sprinter online at sprinter.bz.
Today, the Belize Civic Center was filled with thousands of primary school children from different districts who came to attend the annual School Children's Rally. The spirited event was packed with entertainment, including patriotic songs, a happy birthday song to Belize, the release of 42 helium-filled balloons, and the appearance of the Queen of the Bay, who showed off her graceful curtsy, much to the delight of the children. News 5's Marian Ali attended the entertaining event and filed this report.
There was no shortage of hype at the annual School Children's Rally inside the Belize Civic Center this morning. There was also no shortage of Belizean patriotism, from top to bottom and from left to right. Every child had a flag, and every one of them briskly waved those flags. And while the majority of the children wore their school uniforms, there was also no shortage of cultural and patriotic attire.
It's one of the most beautiful things we see every year. We get to experience it. We feel the energy and passion and love from these young people. It's fantastic.
Minister of Education and Culture, Francis Fonseca, also reveled at the part of the rally that included the celebration of Belize's 42nd birthday.
The district center thought it would be very nice to have cupcakes and light a candle and celebrate and sing happy birthday 42. We counted down 42 years for Belize. So I think that was a wonderful addition to the program.
For good measure, the newly crowned Queen of the Bay, 20-year-old Kendall Morgan, who gave the students a brief message of encouragement, also displayed her elegant and graceful curtsy. The seats at the Civic Center were filled with school children who attended from schools in most of the districts. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
Should the Constitution of Belize include a code of ethics for politicians? The conversation has been at the fore since those sexual text messages involving Minister Andrew Perez were brought to light. Reporters asked Minister of Education Francis Fonseca if he supports the establishment of a code of ethics for politicians. Here's what he said.
I think that's been discussed for some time now, and it's not just our colleague. We have very clear cases of members, senior members of the opposition. Those cases have been, discussed extensively. So let's not pretend that it's a cabinet minister and it's we don't have very, very serious cases on the other side. I can tell you that even at the National Assembly level, there is a committee that's looking at that issue, looking at a code of ethics for parliamentarians. I think that's a good place to start. But how can that then feed into the wider process of the Constitutional Commission, I think is a very good idea. I certainly believe that. I think we need to have standards and ethical codes in place for all public officials, not just politicians, but all public officials. And I hope that forms a part of the discussion and debate surrounding the Constitutional Commission's work over the next few months.
Tonight, 8 of Belize's best musicians will grace the stage as they participate in the 2023 National Song Competition, which will take the form of a concert. The event takes place at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts and begins at 8. Minister of Culture Francis Fonseca says it's an event that the Ministry of Education and Culture puts great priority on, particularly on the prize money that it contributed toward the event as a gesture of the value the ministry places on Belizean artists.
I've had an opportunity to listen to the songs, the 8 finalists. Yeah, I understand it was very difficult to get down to those final 8. So I'm looking forward to tonight. I invite Belizeans to come out tonight. I think it's going to be a great show, and let's see who wins.
And how was the decision made this year to set aside 20,000? Like, I don't think that's ever happened, and it's huge.
Yeah, because I think, all of us at the National Celebrations Commission feel that we have to value our artists, and we have to, we can't keep shortchanging our artists. They put a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of creativity into these efforts, creating these songs. We have to reward them. We have to reward them properly. It's a good start, and we all felt strongly that we should have a good prize for them this year.
Much has been made about Portica's plan to clear an acreage of mangrove trees near the site of the proposed Port of Magical Belize development. The World Wildlife Fund has also chimed in on the matter, indicating in a previous interview that thousands of acres of tropical evergreen trees will likely be affected. But when we spoke with the Minister of Sustainable Development earlier today, he refuted those claims. This morning, Minister Orlando Habet told reporters that the amount to be cleared would not exceed 120 acres.
Firstly, the information is wrong because it's not going to be thousands of acres. I think what is on the ECP is about 45 acres, if I can recall.
The World Wildlife Fund's local rep told us thousands of acres. That's what she told us.
Report of Magical Project. Right. Not so. I think it's 45 acres in the ECP, and I think another about 65 acres in the dewatering site going out onto the highway. But I may be wrong, but that is from what I've read on the ECP, that is what's there. Somebody had posed a question earlier on whether or not we have this restoration program and we will restore so many thousand acres of mangrove, but all that one project will destroy 20%. That is not true. So it's going to be a lot less than that, because the restoration for mangroves out of the 130,000 hectares of restoration under the landscape program is 8,000 acres of mangrove. So if you're going to take down about 100, 120 acres, then that's very, very, very small. But any amount of mangrove that is torn down is going to damage the environment in some way or the other. What we have to look at is really striking that balance of what we want for our development.
On Thursday, reporters asked Minister Fonseca for his thoughts on the topic of gun license reform as the discussion rages on, and with amendments to the Firearms Act already being passed through Parliament. He was also asked if he thinks there should be an audit of the gun license registry. This is what he told us.
I think the Minister of Home Affairs, the Honorable Karim Musa, has indicated that that's the whole direction that he wants to move. We need a more transparent, open, accountable register. And as you know, they've changed the gun licensing format, the structure of issuing, where before it lied solely with the Commissioner of Police. Now you have a group. So I think that's the spirit that they're approaching it, and I think they will achieve that objective of having a more open, transparent, audit, if you like. I don't know what you'll call it, but of the gun registry.
What is your opinion on guns? Ownership, sorry.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister
yeah.
He also referenced like a rift in cabinet in relation to...
No, well, I think, he reflected the discussion we had. Well, you have many, if you look at the Parliament, you'll know that you have people from rural communities. So hunting and having guns is a part of their daily life and culture. Farmers, so obviously you have to have guns available. But I think the point the Prime Minister made, which I fully endorse and support, is that we have too many guns in the country. We have too many guns in the country. We have to, in my view, put a moratorium on gun licenses. And then we have to do the audit and the review to determine exactly who these people are that have gun licenses and how many guns they have.
After the break, Resilient Rural Belize donates equipment to the National Met Service. We'll tell you about that, but first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Make your summer better. Over $30,000 in cash and prizes with Smart Summer Sweepstakes. Here's how you can enter for a chance to win. Sign up for a smart postpaid, broadband, or VoIP plan. Use $100 or more regular prepaid credit. Do a SIM swap or text in to the short code 786. In the body of the message, enter the number of entries you would like to purchase.
No waste no time. You can be the winner of weekly prizes. All methods give you more chances to win local airline tickets, overnight stays at numerous resorts, cash prizes, gift certificates, and much, much more. One lucky person will win the grand prize valued at $10,000, courtesy of Smart and the Belize Tourism Board.
Promotion ends September 15th. So make your summer better by getting in the race to win with Smart's Summer Sweepstakes. Smart, bringing people together.
You have the right to your life. It's clearly the most important right. If you don't have your life, you don't have nothing. You have a right to your freedom, to your liberty. You are entitled to the protection of the law. Every one of you, to every law we exist. The rule of law in our nation is that everybody is equal in the sight of the law and must be treated equally. You have to have freedom of movement. Anybody could jump in any boat, any bus, and go anywhere they want in this country. Nobody can stop and say, but you're from Corozal, where did you do that? No. We are free to move any way we want to. We are free to exercise our conscience. You know how much people I meet that don't have no conscience? I think they're not sure that there's a word like conscience. You have a conscience, don't get confused. You have a God and have a conscience.
This ad is brought to you by the People's Constitution Commission.
Bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle.
The Cycling Federation of Belize and the Belize Tourism Board invites you to come out for the high-speed, fast-cornering crit racing. It's the September Criterium Classic on Sunday, September 17th, starting at 10 a.m. The start and finish line will be in front of BTB's office on Regent Street, and the race circuit will be laps around Albert and Regent Streets. Races start with all the kids groups at 10 a.m., followed by high school boys and girls, then Women Elite, Club Masters, then Junior and Youth, and last but definitely not least, the spectacular primetime race with the elite men. You don't want to miss this. There will be thousands of dollars in prize giveaways to the winners, medals, trophies, and cash. He gets something, she gets something, and they get something. Food and drinks will be on sale, so come out and support the cyclists on Sunday, September 17th, starting at 10 a.m. outside the BTB office on Regent Street. Or catch it live on the Cycling Federation's Facebook pages. In partnership with the Belize Tourism Board, the Cycling Federation of Belize wants to know, Belize, are you ready?
Visit Benny's today to get all your household and construction needs, from tiles to paints, electrical and plumbing supplies, to power tools, lights and fans, to kitchen appliances and faucets, gym equipment to household items. We have what you need. We also offer store-wide promotions for you, our customers, so you can enjoy deals and discounts all year long. To get more value for your purchase, take advantage of Benny's B-Bucks, which is free money. All you have to do is shop at any Benny's location or entity. Stop in at Benny's Home Center on Regent Street, Benny's Bargain Center on Freetown Road, Benny's Superstore 2.5 miles Philip Golson Highway, or Benny's Cayo 43 miles George Price Highway just outside Belmopan. Enjoy special offers, free delivery, and get rewarded with free money when you shop at Benny's today. Benny's, quality and savings.
Climate change requires that all sectors be resilient and there must be adaptation. Over $57,000 in equipment were handed over to the National Meteorological Services today as part of its role in the Resilient Rural Belize project. The donation of laptops, desktops, and sensors is part of a bigger $500,000 project that seeks to connect farmers with climatological data that the National Met Service will be collecting to better inform their agricultural processes. This exchange of information will be done through the establishment of a mobile app, which is expected to be completed before the start of the next hurricane season.
Well, the total package is $244,000 US. So this is just the first phase, which is $57,000 in having 26 sensors around the countries in areas that has been identified. Computers, as you all saw while doing the tour, while the Met Office is so important in forecasting any natural disaster that is coming for Belize, you know, they need more help in terms of technology capacity, and more introduction of modern equipment that will help them to hold the data and at the same time to be able to analyze and disseminate the data.
This will help to build the agroclimatic capacity within the department so that we can provide information to farmers on what they can expect in terms of seasonal predictions of rainfall and temperature so that they can plan accordingly and minimize losses in their agricultural sector. So it's very important to us, and we look forward to continue working along with the RRB in further development of this project. There's also the other component I mentioned, which is the mobile app that we hope to launch, if not by the end of the year, at least by the start of the next hurricane season. And that mobile app will help us to disseminate the information. It's one thing to produce the information, but also to get it out to the users that actually need it, and that will help us in that area.
The farmer will be able to have this app, and so the communication can be sent directly from the meteorological service to the farmer, and then they can make those decisions of when to plant, there's rain coming, when to irrigate, especially during the dry season, if they still have crops, or whether or not they should plant that crop, or maybe a more resilient crop to the dry season, or maybe one that can take more water during the wet season, and to make those important decisions. From the government standpoint, it is absolutely important because this is an adaptation measure which falls under the Ministry of Sustainable Development, and so we are happy that this adaptation measure can be taken to assist the farmers.
The United Kingdom's Ocean Country Partnership Program, in collaboration with the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation and the Belize Fisheries Department, hosted the International Union for Conservation of Nature in Belize for a 5-day workshop focused on green listing of marine protected areas as part of Belize's marine conservation ambitions. The government of Belize, as part of its broader marine conservation initiatives under the Belize Blue Bond Agreement, has committed to apply for the Green List program for at least 3 of its marine protected areas by 2027. The Ocean Country Partnership Program is delighted to be partnering with the Ministry of Blue Economy and the Fisheries Department to support the delivery of this goal, as well as foster a lasting partnership between government and the IUCN. Last night, we told you that a taxi operator was arrested in connection with the destruction of the Philip Golson bus on Saturday morning. 34-year-old Mervyn Domingo was charged for driving a motor vehicle with alcohol concentration above the prescribed limit and driving a motor vehicle without due care and attention. Mayor Bernard Wagner says this is not an isolated incident. He noted that drunken drivers destroy city property on a weekly basis, and he says that he is fed up. Here is what he told us on Thursday.
I refer to that as, again, with our drivers in the city, breaking up public infrastructure all across the city. At some point in time, they have to begin to take ownership of the breaking up. Every week at City Council, we have something where someone run into a lamppost light. They run in. Man, our drivers are reckless, and we need, as a police and as a traffic officers, to begin to hold them accountable. Now with the bus, it's unfortunate that occurred at that time of the night. It's when the Juve is starting and everyone is high. So we as leaders in our community have to begin to look at enforcing DUI, drinking and driving. We have to begin to enforce that because the city can't no longer continue. Watch the traffic light at Vernon Street. It was a Dalavan that run into that and now caused a whole heap of problems for other residents in the city because of one drunken driver.
The September celebrations are far from over, with several events being planned tonight and the 21st of September. But Belize City Mayor Bernard Wagner is fed up with the amount of garbage that celebrators are leaving behind after these events. He told reporters that Belizeans need to practice more civic pride and throw their trash in the bins.
It's about civic pride, Paula. Civic pride, civic pride, civic pride. That's all we preach every day. We as residents always speak so good about loving our country, but how can you love your country when you finish drink a Coke, you throw the bottle on the ground. When you finish drink an Ideal, you throw it on the ground. How can you speak about loving your country when all you do is litter your country? We have to take a deep introspective look at ourselves as residents of the city, and not because we have the sanitation team to clean up the city, that means you throw all your garbage in the city, man. Please practice some civic pride. I always tell we adults saying that this country that we kids are watching us each and every day, and if they see their parents throwing the garbage on the streets, they will in the future throw it in the streets.
When we return, St. Ignatius High School launches welding program.
Looking for a great way to explore the beauty of Belize this weekend? Caribbean Sprinter is the fastest water transport for your perfect island hopping experience. Spend less time waiting and more time enjoying. Book your tickets now online at sprinter.bz.
Oh, hey guys. What am I watching? I'm watching Next Gen TV. What is Next Gen TV, you might ask? Next Gen TV is my go-to for finding a new obsession to keep me on the edge of my seat, to cheer on my favorite team, or maintain my binge-watching streak. With Next Gen TV, I no longer need to worry about finding the perfect watch. Get exclusive originals, live sports, live channels, your favorite movies, series, and more. Next Gen TV, the ultimate way to watch TV.
Make your summer better. Over $30,000 in cash and prizes with Smart Summer Sweepstakes. Here's how you can enter for a chance to win. Sign up for a smart postpaid, broadband, or VoIP plan. Use $100 or more regular prepaid credit. Do a SIM swap or text in to the short code 786. In the body of the message, enter the number of entries you would like to purchase.
No waste, no time. You can be the winner of weekly prizes. All methods give you more chances to win local airline tickets, overnight stays at numerous resorts, cash prizes, gift certificates, and much, much more. One lucky person will win the grand prize valued at $10,000, courtesy of Smart and the Belize Tourism Board.
Promotion ends September 15th. So make your summer better by getting in the race to win with Smart's Summer Sweepstakes. Smart, bringing people together.
Taking its name from the venerable father of the nation, the George Price Highway stretches 77 miles from Belize City to Benque Viejo. Originally built in the 1930s, this cross-country highway system is the artery that links Belize to Central America at the western border with Guatemala. That connection facilitates overland trade, supporting Belize's economic development. Winding its way across the scenic countryside, the George Price Highway from Roaring Creek to Esperanza has been fully reconstructed to meet international standards, with particular emphasis on road safety. A shorter and hassle-free commute is best enjoyed when everyone obeys the traffic laws. To reduce the number and frequency of road traffic accidents, it means that a seatbelt must be worn at all times and the speed limit observed when traveling along the highway. It also means that pedestrians must use sidewalks and crosswalks where available. Buses should only board and discharge passengers at a designated bus stop. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. It begins with you.
St. Ignatius High School has joined forces with the STEM-U Foundation to launch a program in welding and non-destructive testing at the Kaya Center for the Employment Training. The program runs the entire academic year beginning August 21st, 2023 to June 14th, 2024, and aims to establish competency-based science, technology, engineering, and math vocational training in field of welding and non-destructive testing at the secondary level. The launch was held on Thursday at the SET compound in San Ignacio.
Hi, my name is Jarvis Mitchell. I'm the founder of ND Institute, and I'm here at St. Ignatius High School, where we're collaborating with STEM-U Foundation to bring NDT and welding to their curriculum. I'm very excited to be here and to train their students. We're bringing some of the latest technology with regards to welding machines, as well as NDT inspection. We'll be covering ultrasonic inspection, radiography, liquid penetrant, magnetic particle testing, as well as eddy current.
My name is Diana Gento, and I'm the acting vice principal here at St. Ignatius High School. I am honored to be a part of this new initiative that St. Ignatius has partnered with NDE Institute in the US to bring welding and NDT to our curriculum. It is more appropriate today than ever because of the CBE implementation in our educational system. What is CBE? CBE has to do with where students will collaborate, they will communicate. It has to do with where everybody is involved in learning, and hence what better program to bring than a program like welding and NDT, which is a hands-on program, and they will be more in touch with each other and they will help each other out to ensure that learning is taking place. It's not only something where the teacher lectures, but it's more where students are involved in the learning process. I am very grateful to the STEM-U organization and of course NDE Institute and our management here at St. Ignatius High School, who have all agreed to bring this program and ensure that it is a success. I look forward to the results for the cohort and expect that it will be nothing but success.
My name is Emilio Cruz. I'm a third-year student at St. Ignatius High School, and I chose welding for general because I was really excited that this was the first high school that has welding. And right now I'm trying my best. If you're dedicated to it, you can get used to it very fast. And right now I'm doing great.
One of the reasons why I joined this program was because I find it very interesting and I love learning new things. And when I'm here, I never had no females join yet. I'm so excited because I love to be the outstanding one. And yeah, so that's why that one of the reasons why I joined too. And so far, I like the program, actually very interesting, and I just look forward to it.
Along with NDT, we will be doing welding. Those processes will include stick welding, MIG welding, TIG welding, and flux core. These are some processes that are major in different industries. While here, we were able to partner with Midwest Steel, Tropical Air, as well as Kyle Steel. These are supporters of our program, and not to mention Art Captain. Art Captain Welding Supply is a big sponsor of ours, and we will use their machines as well as their hoods and gloves for safety.
At STEMU Foundation, our mission is to empower global progress through collaborative STEM education. By uniting experts, allocating resources, and providing impactful vocational training, we uplift marginalized communities. We're excited to announce our groundbreaking partnership with NDE Institute and St. Ignatius High School. Together, we're bringing welding and non-destructive testing skills to the forefront. Through dedicated funding from STEMU Foundation, we're making ambitions come alive for these students, fueling their journey towards STEM careers. Witness the power of education as we pave the way for self-reliance, opening new horizons and shaping a world of change.
An elderly Belize City woman is the lucky winner of the latest Mega Bingo jackpot after playing the game religiously for several years. This afternoon, she stopped by the Mega Bingo office to claim a check for over $160,000. It was a proud moment for the grandmother whose home was severely affected by Hurricane Lisa last year. She told reporters earlier today that her winnings will be used to assist her daughter financially, as well as take care of the necessary repairs to her home.
Well, I never know. You know, I got on the bed. I just say, well, I win the outside world, and I got on the bed. So the next day when I get up, I say, well, I got to leave money for collect. I win outside world. And I come and I bring the ticket, and when I come, I give it to the young man downstairs. And I see the man jump up. I go onto the back and I give my young lady the ticket. And then the lady asks me like this, she said, you know where you win? I said, no, outside world. He said, no, mommy. He said, like, you win the Mega Bingo. I couldn't say our next word after that. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. In my whole life have I win something like this.
How are you feeling?
Can't tell you. I'm happy. Indeed.
You're happy, but what does this mean for you? You've been playing Mega Bingo all this while. As you said, you've never won something as big as this before.
Never believe I may win something like this. Never win my raffle in my life yet. That when this happened, I tell I can't sleep good. I toss and turn. It happened. God is good to me.
How beneficial is this money for you right now?
Well, I need a lot of things because the hurricane left me. And I have no screen window. I need a mattress. I need a lot of things. And I want to reach out to my granddaughter, my daughter. You know, because the league don't have no father. And my daughter they work. So I have to help them.
God is good.
All the time and every time.
How long have you been playing Mega Bingo?
When it come out, I do it half an hour. And when it happened, I had $4 the Wednesday. I have my little grandson and I gave him the $2. Our man said, go buy the Mega. I got from the money, and when I got the lady say, He Chinese lady said, the machine open yet. He said, come back. I said, okay. And I got back the evening and I buy the ticket. I put it in my pocket. I went like, go and sit in front of the TV and I said, I'm going to play the mega. Not knowing that this may happen.
This time around, it hit me really, it touched my heart because Miss Jones seems like a very deserving person, and you know, her story and everything really impacted me, and I'm happy for her. It's been about 6 to 7 months, 7 months roughly since they won the jackpot. It was about over $600,000. As you know, we just recently bumped up our starting amount from $100,000 to $150,000. So this was really a special one, if you ask me.
And especially because she won the outside world and the jackpot. So how
that's right.
Does that happen often?
Actually, no.
Never before?
Well, once I would say they won something like, if I recall, far back. But probably this is like the second time. And like I mentioned to Miss Joyce, this is very interesting, special, lucky blessings because she won in ball 48, not ball 49. She also won the outside world and the Mega Bingo Progressive Jackpot. So if you ask me, that's a very blessed and lucky woman.
Up next, a father-son team starts from homemade scoops to thriving business.
Every year, World Environment Day is celebrated on June 5, and the Department of the Environment, within the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change and Disaster Risk Management, joins the nation of Belize and other United Nations member countries in worldwide awareness and action to protect our environment, with this year's theme being to beat plastic pollution. We have seen the effects of climate change, now exacerbated by the effects of plastic pollution, primarily from single-use plastics. The Ministry, through the auspices of the Department of the Environment, has enacted the pollution from plastics regulation in 2020, noting that single-use plastics is of high environmental concern. This regulation sought to curb the environmental impacts associated with single-use plastics and to better promote green alternatives, which resulted in the development of national standards for biodegradable products.
The government of Belize, through the Department of Environment, has been controlling and enforcing these regulations to ensure that we protect Belize from the threats of plastic pollution. In so doing, nationwide market surveillance and product sampling has been conducted, resulting in enforcement actions which includes sale prohibition and confiscation of single-use plastics and styrofoam. The detrimental environmental impacts of single-use plastics are everyone's concern. The government calls upon all businesses, industries, civil societies, NGOs, and you, the citizens of Belize, to have civic pride and to help in the fight against plastic pollution and to further contribute to the national efforts in transitioning to a circular economy. Together, we can beat plastic pollution. Happy World Environment Day.
My Social Security is your secure online account to manage all your Social Security information. My Social Security launched in March 2021 with registration service to apply online for new or replacement Social Security cards. Upgrades to My Social Security continues with a new look, enhanced customer experience, and its newest feature, Sickness Benefit Online application. With My Social Security, you can create your account, log in, and take control of your Social Security information. This includes applying for a new or replacement Social Security card for yourself, child, or dependent. Make appointments online and submit your complete sickness benefit claim package. Our customer care team is here to provide you, our valued customers, with real-time support. Connect with one of our customer care agents through direct messages on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or live chat, or follow our YouTube channel for more information. Social Security at your fingertips. My Social Security.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
In the midst of the uncertainty and challenges that the pandemic brought in 2020, one Belizean family saw an opportunity to spread joy one scoop at a time. Meet the dynamic duo behind Arctic 10, the father-son team whose ice cream venture is serving up smiles and sweet success to the people of Belize. Sabrina tells us more on this week's Look on the Bright Side.
It started when Erwin Arthur Sr. became renowned for his ice creams at family potlucks, where each gathering held the delightful anticipation of a new and unique flavor.
That would be the thing I would bring, because normally as family we all bring something to the occasion, so that would be my thing. So everybody would wonder what new flavor I would bring this year, and I usually just try to keep it a little secret until they actually see what flavor I brought.
For Erwin Arthur Sr., those family gatherings were a chance to unveil his latest homemade ice cream creation, keeping the flavors a guarded secret until the big reveal. It was a tradition that sparked curiosity and then a bold suggestion.
When they taste the quality and the unique flavors that we tried to make, they said this could be a business. And when you look around Ladyville, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Ladyville, there's not much places like that around there. I mean, of course you'd get the store-bought ice cream, but you wouldn't get something unique as this.
That venture began spreading joy one scoop at a time through a family ice cream business called Arctic 10. 20-year-old Erwin Jr. jumped headfirst into his new responsibility.
At first, I was a bit shocked because it's just something we do for fun, but it was very challenging starting a new business, but we just found ways around that. We didn't let the pandemic discourage us from starting a business. For example, the Ladyville branch, if you've ever been there, you would see it's an open-air, outdoor style. The reasoning behind that was because we didn't want to have to close our shop due to any new protocols or COVID precautions. And it was also for the safety of our customers. So it was challenging, but we just found ways around it.
The residents of Ladyville were quickly impressed by the homemade ice cream, ranging from alcoholic infusions to imaginative ingredients conjured by the father. The community then got involved, making suggestions and recommending new flavors.
We have a suggestion board in the back that's always open for customers to leave any suggestions they would want us to try and make. So based on that, that's how we come up with the new flavors. I think one of the things that mainly helps us with our weirder, outlandish flavors is that we use a natural ingredient. So it's always easy for us to bring out the flavor because we don't really use like flavoring or essence or anything artificial. So whatever we make, it has the actual item in it.
When the Ladyville residents started to spread the news, we didn't do much advertisement, but they started to tell us a lot about, we drive all the way to Ladyville, we need this in Belize today, we need it. So I mean, we kept hearing that every Saturday, every Sunday, and I mean, after 2 years, we said it's time, and we made the move.
Arctic 10 is more than just an ice cream shop. It's a symbol of family, community, and the indomitable spirit of turning challenges into opportunity. As they continue to serve up scoops of happiness, the Arters family reminds us that even in the face of adversity, there's always a bright side worth savoring.
I want them to be satisfied. I want them to taste what they asked for or the flavor that they requested with appreciation. That's one of my big things as appreciation. We have to let people know that they're not just a random person to us. They actually mean something.
Looking on the bright side, I'm Sabrina Daly.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Annalyn Apollonia. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.